Hello and welcome to episode 86 of the Youth Intake Challenge. It's the final managerial game of us in charge. We're going to end the season, kind of end the save. We're going to end it on bang. We've got an FA Cup final against Manchester United to see us out. The 38 league games are over. The last intake's been through. It's all about getting through the FA Cup final, win, lose or draw, whatever happens. It's been a wonderful save. We'll do the end of season evaluation, look at some of the high flyers that we've had in the team, and then when they end the episode there will be one further episode afterwards, not really related to progression, but what we're going to do is a revisit 5 years and 10 years in the future, probably all tied into one episode, just to see how the players and everything go on when we leave. I'll try and mark all the players with a yellow tab, etc. But without further ado, let's get into the FA Cup final and see if we can truly end the season with a big bang. And welcome back. Here we go. FA Cup final day. We've got Fahim Kutlu in goals. A back four of Harris, Clifford, Carter and Strid. Strid, who's kind of cemented himself in that right back position. It was kind of up for grabs. Solcombe was kind of fighting for it. Brewstad was trying to cling on to it, but it's kind of fell into Strid's lap. He's kind of taken it, and that's where it's gone. So it's a really settled back four now. Midfield deep two, Oviehan and Giwa. No surprise there. Two of the best players at the club. Giwa still with a lot of potential to fulfill. You can see he's kind of overtaken in terms of his current ability, so he's really cementing a place as an absolute wonder star at Dulwich Hamlet. And then an attacking four of Joseph on the left, Fulks on the right, two young wingers. Well, Joseph not so much anymore. Mandanda playing that kind of supporting role, and Liebert continuing up top, who's got 26 goals for the season. Big misses really. Sarkodie injured. He's been injured for the last few games. Only scored 5 goals this season, not really played as many games as we would have wanted him to. But it's given an opportunity for other players to come in, and a really big farewell to Mandanda as well, who's been with the club for a very long time. One of the longest serving players, I would wager, at the club. But we'll get into the game, we'll see how we get on. I think we're going to stay with a positive mentality. I did consider going back to a 4-1-2-3 type scenario, but do you know what? Let's just stick with formation that's got us to where we are now. Let's go out attacking. Let's go out with the best formation we can and see if we can cause what would be a bit of an upset, because Man United still are one of the stronger sides, and see if we can do it. We've beat them before. We've been here against them in cup finals over the years. I'm expecting it to hopefully be a fairly close game, hopefully an exciting game, but either way, it's the last game in charge, and it's sad to say that this will be the last time dealing with this wonderful group of players. So Man United with an early chance, swung it past, deflected wide for a corner, saved from the goalkeeper. 7 minutes in, not really a sniff from us so far, but we'll let the game settle. 7 minutes isn't too long. Oviehan with a challenge at the edge of the box. Average rating's not too bad as a kind of starter for 10. Fulks starting to grow into the game a little bit. And here's our first attack down the right hand side. Straight back to Giwa. Oviehan sitting really deep, all the way back to the keeper, which I'm not that keen on seeing. But Clifford down the left hand side now, giving the ball away. Mandanda wins it back. Fulks tries to place it through. United get the ball back, and it looks like they might actually come on to some kind of attack. No, Fulks pushes through, edge of the box. Good shot, tipped over the bar. It's hard to see which way that chance was going to go there, as Liebert will deliver a corner, and it goes. Fulks picks up the scraps, gets a shot away. It's pushed wide again. So two pretty good chances, fairly even so far. Man United with the earlier chances. We've had a couple since. Coming on to the 15th minute, we'll see where the game goes from here. But a fairly even contest so far. Could we be doing better? I think it's a fairly even game. I think it's probably a summary of where we are as a club. We're not the best club in the league. Limited, I suppose, somewhat by the development. We've not always had the players we wanted in certain areas. I mean, the fullbacks has always been a bit of a struggle for us. Gets another one away there as Man United starting to pile on the pressure. Bailu's with a corner, and they finally broke the back four off a corner. Got recycled in, and they've played a ball bottom corner in off the post. So Bailu puts it in. Initially, it's kind of semi-cleared, but they've recycled the ball. Big deflection past Kutlu, and Man United find themselves in front. And we've got a little bit of a mountain to climb now, as I think they're starting to take a bit of dominance into the game. We've faded away since them first couple chances. There's an injury to Duncan. He's got a fractured finger. They can take that up. I'm not putting Duncan in goals after he let me down earlier on in the season for some whopping big defeats. Fuchs for Bent. Probably have to make that change. Bent been really pushing for some starts on the right hand side. Knee ligaments. We're going to have to bring Brustad on as well, I think. So injuries piling up in the FA Cup final at the halfway mark. A couple forced changes. Brustad looking to come on in a minute. Second chance tip past the post. So it keeps us in the game. So we've always got a chance. Brustad will come on. But we're really starting to hit threadbare now. And what we would have loved to have Sarkodie in a game like this. Oh, another chance goes past. We see ourselves out to half time. Clifford might buy it. I mean, yeah, not a great performance so far. That's the second. That's probably the one that kills it. So it's not to be the fairy tale finish for Dulwich. I don't want to see that again. Let's see what's happening at half time. Can we make a few changes? We've got one more set of substitutions, so I'll probably wait until the halfway. Well, about 60 minutes. We'll go 60 minutes. We'll probably make 2 or 3 changes to freshen it up. See who's playing the worst. Bent down the right hand side, gets the ball in. Doesn't quite find his man, but again, a positive start to the second half. Looking at the players we got on the bench, we don't really have any superstars to bring on. Bent making a bit of an influence down this right hand side. In it goes to Mandander. Looked like he might have been offside, but it's gone wide anyway. Joseph not having a great game on the left hand side, but apart from Svigindis, not really anyone to bring on for him. But let's bring him off and bring on Primus. Didn't see him sneaking about there. 6.1 Harris playing left back. Let's bring on Santos, the youngster, and play the final 30 minutes with a bit of freedom. If the result, it's kind of games away from us, it doesn't really matter now. Last chance for one of these players to. Who's going to be the last player to score a goal? Will we get one more goal scorer? Brustad giving the ball away. Man United pushing forward by losing acres of space, and the Dolme. Well, this isn't what we wanted on the bowing out. We will proceed with the changes. 3 goals to try and make up. We might as well go attacking with 30 minutes to go. It's not quite worked out for us. It could be a little bit of formation, but I think probably the team that's a better status, a better position in the current game in terms of where they're expected to finish, the resources they got, the players they've got. Frustrating, but I think I'm not going to let it get me down. Not on this day. So another corner for Man United. 25 minutes to go. Headed clear. Bailu's picks one up. Deflects for another corner. They will keep the pressure on. I'm hoping that we can maybe get some kind of a attack from our side. It'd be nice. I mean, what a dream it would be if Santos could come on and get a goal. Unlikely from left back, but again, the youngster make another start. And Nadolny with a blistering strike from the edge of the box there. There is some sort of appeal. Not quite sure what they're appealing for, because I think it's a goal. Oh, it's been disallowed. What's it? It looked like a fairly straightforward one there. Smashed through. Influencing the keeper. Oh, it's the first time I think I've seen that on Football Manager. An offside given for a player in front of the goalkeeper who hasn't actually touched the ball, so it's good to see. Whether that came through in an update somewhere, I'm not sure. But it's interesting to see the realism of the game creeping up a little bit. Oh, and we've been caught out on a corner. Thankfully, Brustad managed to get back. Even with his aging legs, he's managed to get all the way up there and stop what was going to be a certain goal. Corner goes in, ball goes over the bar, and 15 minutes to regroup and see if we can do something else. Not really a lot of chances from us in this game. Yeah, Brustad with a chance to deliver something, and it goes. And it's maybe a little bit of a chance. How has he missed that? It was a bit of a chance to get just a goal. Give the fans something to celebrate on FA Cup final day, as it looks like we're drifting out at a whimper. Another chance for Man United with 3 minutes to go to rub salt into the wounds. Kutlu claims it. That should be just about it. I can't imagine there'll be too much injury time. Brustad down the right hand side. Can he find Bent? Yes, he can. Into Mandanda. Oviehan into Primus. Mandanda into Liebert. And he's put another one past the post. Oh. Primus will deliver a corner. 2 minutes to go. Again, we can't really get that clear-cut chance. Brustad, Giwa, I mean, they're pushing us deep. We can't really get that all-telling final through ball to make a clear-cut chance, but we're going to have to watch United lift the trophy. United looking to push for the final 2 minutes. Prado down the right-hand side. Please don't make it 4. Back to Toure, and it goes, and ball goes over the bar. Goal kick, that should just about be the end of it. The fairy tale was written, but it has not been read, unfortunately. Primus de Santos, ball gets delivered in, and that's it. Game over. FA Cup final goes to Man United. Another runners-up medal to add to the collection, but that's where we are. I'm not going to watch them pick up on the trophy. It has been hard to take. The only thing we have to get into now is the end of season review. So I'll click through and get ready for that. We'll have a look at where we finished in the other competitions and then say goodbye to the squad. And welcome back for the end of season review. I've just seen us up for next season. Dulwich Hamlet have a transfer budget of 186 million. So expect some sweeping changes when we move out of the club, because I don't think they're going to honour the youth intake challenge. I think they will be buying and selling, wheeling and dealing. So in terms of ours, new arrivals, nothing in. Outs, Barrett Oza went 30.5 million to Norwich. Again, just catching a player who was 30 years old and not first teamer anymore, as Joseph had kind of overtaken him on the left hand side. And then letting a couple of players who weren't quite fitting into the full team squad. So Colin Yango, bit of a squad player, we let him go. Luke Lynch, goalkeeper, it was never going to get him past Kutlu or Duncan, so we let him go as well. Lots of loans, as always, gone out. I'm not going to go through the reviews of them all, but highly beneficial to get them players out on loan and develop. We've seen over the years, when they go out and they come back, they can often fit back into the squad. And I'm sure there will be some more. In terms of the league then, we have qualified for Europe through a 6th place finish into the Europa League. That 7th spot was because Man United won the FA Cup. Man United also won the league, so no great shame in losing in the FA Cup final. However, it would have been nice to go out with a bit of a bang. So A+ from the board. Again, a fairly up and down season, quite consistent towards the end when we changed the formation and went too deep with one supporting midfielder. But a little bit bitty before then. The losses that we got weren't terrible. We got beat by Man United a couple of times. I mean, they beat us 3 times, including the FA Cup. So a pretty good season. I think 58 points is all right. I would have liked to have got to 60. But a couple points clear of that 8th place. Another shot at Europe, which gives the next manager a chance to do something. So all told, a really successful. And I think that might be our highest finish over the years we've been here. In terms of the FA Cup, beat Leicester, 2 attempts to beat Coventry, beat Sunderland, comfortably beat Man City, comfortably beat Nottingham Forest, and then got our lesson from Man United for trying to win their trophy. Carabao Cup, we got past Forest Green, got past Bristol City, but then Nottingham Forest knocked us out. So again, not a terrible cup run, but not great either. Biggest win of the season was a 5-1 at Fulham, Fulks Clifford, Primus with 2 and Giwa. Match to remember, a 3-1 at West Ham, Sarkodie, Samana and Liebert. And then goal of the season was scored by Oviehan in a game against Norwich. In terms of the finances, I mean, we're continentally recognised that it's a stark contrast from where we took over many, many years ago. Sponsorship slightly down, but not by a huge amount. Broadcast revenue down by about 7 million. Corporate and hospitality pretty close. Competition prize money 3 million down. Match day commercial revenue. I mean, the thing this club really needs, let's be honest, is a brand new stadium. I might try and just cheekily ask for one before we leave. In terms of merchandise, Sarkodie #1 shirt sale, Mandanda, Clifford, Fulks and Liebert being the new goal scoring hero. How we lined up then, that's our original formation we started at the beginning of the season. We've changed from the end. We've moved to that kind of 2 deep and then 1 in supporting role. But Harris, Carter, Clifford, Brustad at the back, as we said in the cup final. Strid's kind of made that his own now. OVA and Giwa playing deep, Mandanda playing slightly forward. So the right midfield three there. And do you know what that really goes to show is how many games Sarkody's missed this year. And I would love to have him for a full season, especially when he's our best player. Fulks on the right, Joseph on the left, and Liebert up top, who has scored a really good return of 26 goals this season. Interested to see where he goes next, because I think he's reached his potential threshold. And if he carries on banging in goals like that, can he eke past what he's currently at? I'm not sure, but yeah, really good. Manager awards, one Manager a Month award for October. Very, very rare that, but we got one. Club awards, Player of the Season Mandanda, which again, 33-year-old getting Player of the Season, brilliant. Young Player of the Season Liebert, really good season for him this year. It's a real first season where he's a first team starter for the whole season, which is quite odd at 24. Goal of the season we've seen, top goal scorer Liebert, most assists Joseph. Most man of the match Liebert, highest average rating Liebert, and passes completed per 90 minutes, which is a bit of an odd statistic, but Montel, Clifford. Some of the records have been broken, so most goals by a player in a season is now Liebert at 26. Most league goals by a player in a season, Liebert with 20. Oldest player Clifford at 33 and 94 days. Oldest goal scorer at 33 and 3 days. History in the making, manager timeline as we eat in the final season. Fans missed the 95th minute winner. I don't know why it's in the timeline. 5 high potential players going through. A next gen award for Chris Fulks. Yeah, he did get into the top 50 young players. He didn't scoop it, but he was nowhere near the top. But yeah, he was on the list. Boom. Right at the death, another last minute winner. Another last minute winner, and then Liebert breaking the goal scoring records. Over the history, we've got 5 trophies and 4 major awards. So what have we got? 5 major trophies of the National League South in 2028-29. We're in the 50s now. A National League, an FA Cup, Europa League, and an FA Cup. So we never got that all-elusive Premier League, but we did get 3 trophies. Never won the Carabao Cup. Major awards: Manager of the Season twice and Manager of the Year twice. 28, 29, 31, and 33. So a really good prolific few years there. And that is the end of the review. So, I mean, what do we do really? We have a quick look at the squad. I'm going to try and do some of the contracts before I leave and wrap it up. Not quite sure what the best way to do it is in terms of either try and go on manager holiday for 5 years. I don't think that's probably the right way. I think we're probably going to have to quit the job and let someone else come in. And then just see what they do, come back in 5 years. I'll try and put a yellow mark on every single player so we know which ones are ours, and then we'll come back and revisit some of the players in 5 years first and then 10 years to see, 1, where the club are, 2, where the players are, and 3, whether we left them with a really good hand or not. Whether I can come back and look at their transfers ins and outs, I'm not entirely sure, but it'll be something to be interested in. I hope you've all enjoyed the save from that many moons ago. It's been a huge number of years. The journey is all immortalised on YouTube. I'm not going to go through a step-by-step where we finished every year and a review of the past 50 years or how many years we've been going, because it's all there. But we will come back and we'll do a 5 and 10 year as requested in the comment section to see what they do. And thanks for watching, thanks for enjoying. I'm not sure what I'll do next in terms of a save, whether it's a rebuild or a transfer or a foreign one. I'm really not sure. I quite fancy doing maybe a league we've never done before. I don't know, we'll see. But I'm also interested to see what happens in 5 years time with all these players, to see if any superstars still remain at Dulwich and whether they can do what I couldn't and go on and win a Premier League. So until next time, until that episode comes out, enjoy yourselves, enjoy your weekends, enjoy your saves, enjoy the FA Cup final. It's a glorious weekend, and I'll see you again soon.